Located at 267 West Center Street in the heart of downtown Marion, is now accepting applications from adults, students, and seniors. The Harding Center is a beautiful historic building offering one-bedroom apartments and efficiencies at affordable rental rates. All utilities are included. Basic cable and internet are available. The Harding Center is equipped with an on-site laundry facility for its residents. The property is located on the Marion City Transit bus line, and off-street parking is available. The Harding Center is managed by Starfish Building, LLC, Lois J. Fisher and Associates. For more information, contact them at hardingcenter@gmail.com or give them a call at 740-223-3288. The Harding Center, a beautiful place to live in the heart of downtown
Sargent's
Marion.
Greenscapes is a full-service lawn and landscape company located in Marion, Ohio. We specialize in making your home a beautiful place to enjoy your time. Fall is here, and that means the leaves are falling. This year, let Sarge and the troops clean up that mess for you. We have the equipment and strong backs to handle any amount of leaves you may have. So sit back, relax, and let us take care of everything. Mention that you heard about us on Scotch Spears Now and receive 5% off any service. Also, ask about our senior citizen and veterans discounts. From landscaping to lawn care, mowing to leaf removal, Sarge and the troops can give you an outdoors to make your country proud. Find us on Facebook or call 740-751-5207.
This is Scott Spears, and I'd like to welcome you to another edition of Scott Spears Now. Today we've got a man whose face I'm sure you already recognize.
How about the body?
And in the body, too. Emmy Award winner. Actually, if you look this up, has won more Emmys than any other male actor in the history of the Emmys. Golden Globe Award winner, former president of the Screen Actors Guild, and the movies, the list is so long we'd be here till next week. From Up to movies with Elvis to Elf with Will Ferrell, he is the legendary Ed Asner. Ed, it is a pleasure to be with you.
Thank you, Scott. It's a pleasure being here at the Night of 1,000 Stars. Now, where are the other 999?
You were so big, you just crowded them all out.
Oh, how lovely. It's a consummation I've devoutly wished.
Ed, you're a Kansas boy, Midwest. What's it like to be back in the Midwest?
The same. I speak of the Midwest as a gentle place to grow up. We weren't twisted and tormented like so many of the coastal people can be. And I grew well and had aspirations to straddle the two sides of the U.S.
A boy from the Midwest makes it big in Hollywood and New York. Were you ever intimidated by these coasts or these people you were working with, Elvis Presley?
No, that never intimidated me. I said, well, that's a passing fancy. This too shall pass. And I'm just sorry I never got to see him perform as an FBI man, which he tried to be. But he was a nice guy, and never made problems, never made trouble, and he worked hard. He definitely was a charmer.
I'm sure in the 1970s, and maybe even into the 80s, everybody recognized you from Mary Tyler Moore. In 2013, what are you most recognized for by people?
Well, right now, it's for the Carl Fredrickson and Up. That got me a lot of new fans. He helped me capture the youth, which were slipping away from me as I aged. And the Santa Claus and Elf did another good bit of capturing people's attention. Those are the two main sources in my latter years that I've become famous for.
In 2013, at 84 years old, you just had a birthday.
Well, where did you get that idea?
I know, digging, crack research team. What do you want to do? What role do you want to go back to California, or what script do you want to see delivered to you at this point?
No, something starring me, of course, but where I'll be a standout, where I can still attack my insecurity, such as being here tonight. I'm frightened to death of you and this microphone, that cameraman over there with the Ohio State Buckeyes blazoned on his chest, his ample chest. Yes, yes. Speak up.
Now, Ed, really, when you go up on stage in 2013, do you still have nerves?
Not too much, not too much. Because I'm not going to go on stage unless I know what I'm doing. And when I get there, then I hope to just be able to perform the function that I was signed for. Now, I'm not sure what I'm doing here tonight, but I'll figure it out and try to achieve the stability necessary for such a gala as this.
You will do it beautifully, I'm sure.
Yeah, sure. You tell that to all the girls.
Lou Grant, Ed, certainly the character you're still probably most known for, probably will be your signature character.
Did you bring my sandwich?
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming, yeah. I'll make sure you get it.
That's the banquet I'm enjoying tonight at Night of 1,000 Stars.
The budget was nil at the end, Ed. I know. Lou Grant do you ever mind being associated with that guy?
Not one bit. He was such a fine man, a good character, that I keep stealing from him to present my visage to the people. Lou Grant was he was an American icon. And I identified with blue-collar workers all my life. I was one. So I don't want to change that character at all. He could have had more luck with the women in his life. His wife divorced him, if you'll recall. And Sherry North was a band singer, and I felt that having been with what I considered six men prior to me, was too much to handle. Mary was shocked at my reaction.
Mary Tyler Moore, one of the class acts in television, certainly. Yeah, without a doubt. What is she like to share a stage with?
She's fantastic. She's inventive, she's creative, she's generous. She gave whenever we worked together. It was always, give it to him. Let him do that. Let her do that. And Mary basked in her beauty and knew that she was winning the suckers right and left.
A lot of people I've talked to, a lot of actors in general, have said the character actor, would it be suffice it to say you're a character actor?
Sure, that's what I am.
The character actor always wants to be the lead, the ingenue. Do you like being the character actor, or would you rather be the lead?
Well, as a kid growing up, I used to I never thought of being an actor as a kid. But as I grew up, it was the phenomenal staple of character actors that populated Hollywood that made me want to be an actor. And when you examine the leading men of that day, as well as this day, you'll find that basically your leading man of today is a character actor. And what's his name? Harrison Ford is a very perfect example of what a character actor is like.
I want to touch on two very important people from your career before we wrap this up.
Don't wrap it up.
Okay, we can go forever.
I'll eat it on
eat it on the fly.
On the fly.
Betty White has your co-star from Mary Tyler
Oh,
Moore.
that little tramp. Please don't bring that little tramp up.
What a resurgence by this woman.
Yeah.
What do you attribute that to, knowing Betty for more than 40 years?
She's over 90 now, and yet she knows every inch and centimeter of where she is and who she's playing to and what she has to do to win the hearts and minds of that audience. She knows all the tricks of the trade. And she, as a matter of fact, she is the trick of the trade.
A credit to that trade, absolutely. And the other one, certainly it was sad to find out this past summer that your co-star Valerie Harper diagnosed with a terrible case of cancer.
And look what she did.
And look what she did.
Yeah.
And what are your thoughts on that?
Well, she was a gypsy and a trooper when I met her, and she hasn't stopped being such, adding to her repertoire. I saw her do Tallulah, which is practically a one-woman show, and she was fantastic. So now she does Dancing with the Stars. I don't think I'm going to do Dancing with the Stars because they don't do the gavotte or the waltz these days. But if I had anything left to do, I would be to star in Dancing with the Stars.
Ed, the word that's attached to your name, I think if you looked up Ed Asner in the dictionary, the word right there is going to be curmudgeon.
No.
I know, hard to believe.
What
isn't
the
it?
hell are you talking about?
Where
You
would I
don't,
forget-
you don't know what you... Get a hold of yourself. Get a grip.
Where does that come from, Ed? Because in real life, you're not a curmudgeon. I wouldn't call you a
Oh,
curmudgeon.
you ought to talk to my grandkids.
Okay.
They find me the grouch that stole Christmas. What I find about the curmudgeon is that we all know the curmudgeons in our life, and it's like when we discover that they have a soft spot for us, and they melt momentarily to give us a break, to give us some advice, to save us. That we think that we're the only person in the world that they're extending themselves to, and that's what endears curmudgeons to the populace.
One final question somebody sent me.
Final. We're already through?
I know, it's such a quick one. I wish we had more.
I want my money back.
It's scale. People have said that you're a habitual pincher and kisser.
I didn't touch you, did I?
I know, that's what I said. We're okay.
Did I kiss you?
Not yet.
Well, that's not going to happen
Okay,
either.
well, you never know.
Yeah, well. Yeah, but you first of all, you're the wrong sex. Secondly, I can't carry you across the threshold. And that's what always my intent is, to be able to carry that pinchy across the threshold.
Ed, I lied. I do have one more question. How do you, the one we interviewers all end with, how do you want to be remembered 100 years from now?
A nice guy.
I don't think anybody will have trouble remembering you like that who met you. These last few days with you and spending some time with you on the stage tonight will be a great thrill for me. Ed Asner is a class act and a classic. That's the word, classic.
You know something? You have a way with words.
I might follow you around for the rest of
I
your life,
like
Ed.
them words.
We'll go on the road.
All
Ed
right.
Asner, the legend, without a doubt.
Thank you.
Boy, I tell you, and I have not seen that last episode of Mary Tyler Moore in a long time. That makes me sad, just standing over in the wing. What a classic moment in television that was, and my goodness, we thank Valerie Harper for taking her time to say some kind words about somebody she obviously cares a lot about. Our mayor couldn't be here tonight, but he sent along something for Mr. Asner, which I want to pass along right now. It is one of the responsibilities and pleasures as the mayor of the city of Marion, Ohio, to salute outstanding individuals. And in that manner, it is an honor to recognize Ed Asner for his selection as the recipient of the Madge Cooper Guthrie Humanitarian Award for the 15th annual Night of 1,000 Stars. I commend you for the years you have dedicated to the many roles that you have held during your acting career.
which have varied from TV to movie to Broadway. Your commitment and advocacy for the rights of the working performer, human rights, world peace, environmental preservation, and political freedom has been recognized by many organizations over the years. Congratulations on your award this evening and best wishes in the coming years. November 21st, 2013, Mayor Scott Schertzer. We thank him. Now, before we bring Mr. Asner up for one final time here, and I certainly hope he's enjoyed his time in Marion, I want to say this personally. The reason we chose Ed Asner for this award is because I don't believe, and you have to prove me wrong, that there is a finer actor around today. Comb the fields of Hollywood, go to New York, stroll down Broadway, and see if you can find somebody who has the body of work of Ed Asner. And it's not just his body of work as an actor. It is his advocacy. Ed Asner stands up for people and stands up for what he believes in. Sometimes, I'm sure to his detriment, but you know what? He always speaks his mind for what he believes in. He is absolutely a humanitarian, and he's absolutely a celebrity. And let me tell you this. I have gotten to spend a little bit of time with him in the last couple of days where he's not in front of a microphone, and he's not in front of a television camera. And let me say this. Ed Asner is a nice guy. There are a lot of people who are a persona. They want you to like them because that's their business. Ed Asner can make you laugh at dinner, as anybody who was at dinner last night would attest to. He can make you laugh in the car. He is rough. He's yelled at me a few times in the last couple days. But I know, Wade, it's coming later on tonight, but I'll dust it under the rug for now. He is a classic. There's no doubt about it. The legendary 2013 recipient of the Madge Cooper Guthrie Humanitarian Award, Ed Asner.
I'm running around backstage trying to sell everything.
Well, I said my goodbye remarks earlier, so I don't know what to say now. Except that you didn't throw tomatoes at the screen. I like that effect where they put the lights on while you're watching the film. That was a great effect. I've never had that before. But you got a lovely hall here. I'm sorry we didn't fill it. That's because Scott didn't bribe enough people. But your generosity in providing for the homeless by being here tonight is what I deem precious. I thank you for coming. I thank you for honoring me. Tell the mayor to go to hell. And take his little toy boys with him. He reminds me of the mayor of Toronto. But I guess there's always an election, isn't there? So good luck at the next election. I hope you get a mayor worthy of you and one who honors your striving to help those less fortunate. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm sure nobody who was here tonight is ever going to forget that speech. That will stick with you for a couple years. My goodness gracious.